everyone, Kim here, Abundant Life Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me for another Mystery Mystic reading. We are continuing our exploration of the energies surrounding the very mysterious disappearance of little Jack, age 4, and his big sister Lilly, age 6, last name Sullivan for both kids. They're missing. They've been missing since May 2nd, 2025, out of Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, Canada. And I'm recording this video June 2nd, 2025 at about 7:15 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. It's been 30 days, and it's just heartbreaking that they haven't been found. I'm so sorry to the families, to the affected community. I just pray that they're found soon. Now, I did record a video earlier today that goes over some things that happened in the last week of May surrounding their case. The dad claiming that he got favorable results from a polygraph. We also got some information about searches happening over the past weekend. So searches resumed. There was also this business about a controversial YouTube interview with It's a Criming Shame. They interviewed, they say, Daniel, the stepdad. And that's what we're talking about here today. Now, you know, I am all about vetting your sources, making sure it's legit. And normally I would wait until we get more confirmation, yay or nay, on whether or not it was Daniel, but something in my spirit says it was him. And it's because it's in the spirit of what was said in those Facebook messages in that interview exchange that leads me to believe it's him because of what he said. So he's done quite a few interviews now with the news. And there's something that feels very similar to me. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong. That's okay. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like it is him in this instance. Let me know what you all think about all of this. In the video, I do like an updates video, another cards analysis this week. So check it out because I share some of the screenshots. Thanks, It's a Criming Shame, for allowing us to be able to grab some of that information. I didn't take any sound clips. I just wanted to look at the Facebook messages from Daniel primarily. So here we are. I have 3 questions for today's reading based on that. So question number 1 was that really Daniel who gave the interview? I'm going to show you what I got. Just a reading for myself. I got 4 of fire, which is 4 of wands traditionally. And the key word at the bottom says perfection. This is what we call an affirmative tarot card, a yes card. I also have my divinatory dice. I got yes, it's him. Okay, but let's ask that question again. Number 1, was that really Daniel who gave the interview? Make sure there's no other cards that flipped. Ace of Wands, yes. 6 of Cups, yeah, it's him. I know that there's some questions about, is it really him? Anybody could, create an account saying it's him, or even if it is his actual account, somebody could have hacked it. There's a variety of things that could lead us to believe it's not real, for sure. But I don't know if these cards are saying yes. These are strong yes indicators here. And the only thing that kind of took me aback was that he wanted to do Facebook Messenger. I don't think that served well at all, to be honest, because then the host can't ask follow-up questions. We can't hear his voice. Even if he didn't want to show his face, it would have probably been better to have his voice going, but or do a pre-recorded reading so you can edit out the bits that you think shouldn't be included. But that didn't happen. This is what happened. Now the video is not up anymore, by the way. It has been privated because Daniel contacted the content creator and mentioned to the content creator that Mom, Malaya, was getting threats. I don't know if she was just getting threats through social media or wherever else, but law enforcement asked him to reach out to have it taken down. Okay. Some people also may question, well, why didn't he go on a larger platform? Sometimes these things happen where people feel comfortable going to a particular content creator. So there's that, so I hope that It's a Crime and Shame has the ability to demonstrate. They don't have to, of course, but I know that they want to be a successful channel. So it would be awesome if there was some sort of, some sort of evidence. Maybe there's not, and that's okay too. But, I can understand why people are being very skeptical about it, but I feel like it's real. And it's a lot for me to say that. All right, so we got 3 yes cards, really. We got this. Yes. Yes. 4 of Wands is a yes, and the dice is a yes. Let's move on to question number 2. So with this interview, what was Stepdad or Daniel, what was his true intention in interviewing with the YouTube channel It's a Crime and Shame? Let's see. 6 of air, we have knowledge. Okay. It's traditionally 6 of swords. Father of earth. Now this is interesting to me. Okay. I'll tell you why. Because in one of the tarot readings I did before, I can't remember if it was part 5 or not part 5 or part 6. It's 3 or part 4. Can't remember which part, but the Father of Earth came up and I instantly thought of him, Daniel. So I find that interesting. Now I'm going to pull some oracle. What was Daniel's true intentions in interviewing? Controversy, pop-up. Okay. No contact. All right. Okay. Okay. He feels like he has this knowledge. It needs to come out. He's doing right as a fatherly figure. He needs to show and demonstrate that he's a good man. He's like a good family man, a strong father figure. If nobody else is going to advocate, he is going to. He really wants to move forward and move past this trying time. The 6 of swords is traditionally about trying to move past difficult times, trying to move on, trying to move forward. The key word on this particular 6 of swords or 6 of air is knowledge. He feels like he can give some background on what his experience has been like in terms of, raising the kids with Malaya. What's going on behind the scenes so people can better understand where he's coming from. He's not feeling good about the weight of suspicion is what I'm also picking up on here. So that's what I've got. It's interesting. But I have to tell you, oh no, like it just feels to me like this was probably not the best move. Because no matter what, people already feel a way about the mom. People seem to be overly critical towards her than they are towards him. Even though they were both adults in the home, those are her biological children. So it makes sense. She is the one that is ultimately responsible. But there were 2 adults there. He claims he's the stepdad. So, but people come down hard on women if they don't show up as we expect them to. And there could be a lot of, he's alluding in these Facebook messages that she may have had some sort of depression issues, allegedly. So there's that. We have controversy, drama, scandal, truth coming out. Pop-up, surprise visit, reaching out in person. He thought that this would be something that was good. No contact, block, silent treatment, cut off all communication. He is not in communication with her, and this was his way of reaching out to who? The ex. Unfaithful, love triangle, ex in question. Who is in question? The one he has no contact with. There were certain messages that I felt like were directed directly to Malaya, to mom, from this Daniel, right? And then we have desire, self-pleasure, sexual thoughts, intense feelings. I think the desire and the intense feelings, he really was in his feelings about this. He really thought, I'm not doing anything wrong. I did well on this polygraph test. I've got this inner knowledge. This might help people better understand me and the situation that I'm going through. So I'm going to share it. I have a desire, intense feelings. And he also has intense feelings probably about the crumbling of his family, right? This is literally just crumbling for sure. So yeah, the controversy card is a bit disturbing because it says drama, scandal, truth coming out. I think it's this last key phrase that is applicable. Truth coming out. Okay. But I think what ended up happening inadvertently, even if this was his intention, was a bunch of controversy. And deep down inside, I think he wanted to kick up some drama. I feel like he's saying it's not fair that he has to take all the brunt of all of this negative attention, and that some of this needs to be shared, if you will. But yeah, this is what I got. He needed to get this knowledge and information out there to also demonstrate and convey with his words that he really cares and he wants his family back. So last question. What does law enforcement think of this interview? Okay. 5 of Earth. It says torment. Okay. What does Malaya think about him doing this? Oh. 3 of Air in reverse. It's 3 of Swords. Traditionally, sorry, this is triggering. I know, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to show it to you all. It's in reverse. This is beyond, like, she is beyond done. She is so, it's like literally my mental anguish can't get any worse. I think that, some people can interpret the 3 of Swords as her, maybe having a little bright spot of seeing like him doing this and reaching out to YouTube, but I don't think so. And I think that the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Earth, torment, law enforcement is none too pleased about this. Not that they care. They, look, heavy speculation, unwarranted speculation. And they question the judgment. They say, this isn't good. There's going to be fallout from this in terms of, even if the video's taken down, it's left a bad taste in the community. Not just, people watching the YouTube videos, but the community. They're already having to fend off heavy speculation about their inability to effectively do their job. They feel like this did not help. They question his judgment. They see him as an insecure man. And, they also feel like that their sights are on the father. Now, this could be, I don't think it's talking about their biological father. I think it's talking about the man figure in their house. So heavy speculation came up. Now I want to pull oracle cards for her. How does she feel about it? Spotlight, yeah. Toxic. Okay. limelight, audience, self-absorbed. She feels like he's self-absorbed. So this tells me this reverse 3 of Swords, the grief card, is amplified. It says grief, loss, heartbreak, sadness, devastation, and it's amplified. Sometimes when a card is in reverse, it can mean that that situation is the opposite, or it's lessening, it's getting better. In this case with the Oracle cards, it's telling me no, it's actually amplified. It's more intense as the 3 of Swords, meaning more grief, more sadness, more despair. It's got the spotlight really on her, and if that's what he thought she would appreciate, if he really thought that, I do think there is a part of him that thought he could get to her and reach out to her. I say that because of this card, the 6 of Cups we got for question 1. He had the spark of an idea that this could reunite them somehow. I don't know how he thought that this would be a good idea, but it ain't. Even if it ain't him, like this is solidified. She don't want to have nothing to do with him. It's triggering for her. Now she feels like the spotlight is definitely on her and she doesn't like it. That he needed an audience and that he's self-absorbed. And the people closest to her, like her friends or family, feel the same. Toxic people, addictions, bad advice, or wrong crowd. Now, remember, we're asking the question of what does she think about this interview? Toxic. Just toxicity. Addiction. Someone addicted to what? The spotlight or being self-absorbed. And she being a casualty of that is how she feels. This is what she feels. This is what she thinks. She's none too pleased. I mean, I literally think we are not going to hear from her in terms of doing interviews or things of that nature. You know, I would be very surprised based on these cards. She probably will not. Look, the reverse Page of Wands upright is a yes, she would. You know, it's messages, getting the word out. There could be someone who speaks up on her behalf in the future. Near future, like speaks up, as a spokesperson for her or her family. But I don't see her jumping in front of the camera. I do see him still giving information because he feels like he's gotten some traction, is what my intuition is saying. He got traction and good attention from doing this doing this. So there's that. So yeah, I think this was not the best move. I think it's just, if you're going to interview, it would be more about talking about the kids, talking about, what they were like, how you've been doing, what do you need, how can the community support, and leaving it at that if you're going to even do interviews at this point, and not really answer any questions about the dynamics, because now it's just going to villainize Malaya, right or wrong. And people already have their opinions, and now this is just, and I can't help but wonder if he wanted to ignite this spark to do that intentionally, to be honest. But check out the video I recorded earlier today. My intuition was really taking the reins on that, and my own thoughts, my own opinions was taking the reins. And I think that these cards in question 1 affirm for me that, yeah, he does have some motives. He didn't really think this all the way through, and he should have. And there's a sense that his desire to contact her and reach out and convey some messages, key messages to her, overrided logic to keep quiet. And yeah, there's a dear price to pay for that. There is. So that's what I have, folks. You all let me know what you all think about all of this. Do me a favor on your way out. Please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I don't know. And the verdict's still out on if it's, you know, if it's an actual person as Daniel that did it. But, you know, I'm going to go with it is. So that's where I stand on that. You all take good care of yourselves. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.